Hello everyone, it's Cherie. Welcome to my channel. I hope everybody's doing well. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than my typical junk journal with me. I've been doing a lot of challenges lately and I'm really enjoying them, doing Roxy Creations, and I've done Margaret Miller's in the past. But I wanted something that was going to prompt me to actually open up my journal and create a spread. So I've put together a few weeks of challenges, actually more than a few. I'm hoping to do this throughout the summer, maybe after the summer. And basically I'm just giving you 5 different things plus a 6th one as a bonus of pieces to use in your journal. So if you're stuck and you want to use your journal but you don't know what to do, you can use these pieces as a starting point to your spread. So it's not necessarily a journaling prompt, like I'm not going to tell you what to write about. I'm just giving you the different pieces to use to decorate your journal, and then you can come up with your own story if you want to make a story, or if you just want to make a spread, you can make a spread. So this is the first challenge, and these are the pieces: a magazine clipping, scrap paper, lace, a piece of personal ephemera, a stamped image, and some die cuts. So what you see me doing here, I had just went through some of my old magazines and just pulled out some pages that I liked the images on. And I wasn't sure which ones I was going to use. I just grabbed a few that I liked and brought them over to my desk to use. So I'm going to go ahead and look through those and pick out a few that I like. And then that is just a little container of die cuts that I have. They're just basically ones that I need to use up. So like I said, these prompts aren't going to dictate what you journal about necessarily, unless perhaps they inspire you to journal about them, which is kind of what happened with me in this spread. So I have this image here of this lady in the kitchen, and it just kind of reminded me of chores, and I really like it a lot. And then that there is the piece of personal ephemera that I'm going to be using. And it's just a paper that my youngest daughter had scribbled a bunch of lines on, where she was pretending to, write in cursive, and she stuck some stickers on it, and I thought it was really cute. So I'm going to use that. And then this here is just a linen from Little Bindi. So this lady in the kitchen kind of sparked the idea of basically documenting the chores that my kids do during the summer, or just that they do all the time. But during the summer, I'm going to be working with my youngest daughter. She just turned 7, and she's going to be taking on more responsibility in the house over the summer. I'll be teaching her, like how to empty the dishwasher properly, and just little things like that, because it's, it's time. She's old enough now. So that's why I picked that lady there, and then this little girl here. So I'm just going to use it, make a spread with these pieces, and I'm just going to basically document the chores that my kids do, because it's not something that you would think, oh, that's an awesome thing to journal about, but it is a part of their daily life, and when they grow up and look back, then it will be a memory for them as well as for me. So that is what that lady, looking at her, that's the idea that she brought to me. So I went ahead and stuck that little ephemera piece down for my daughter. And then these are the stamps that I'm going to be using. And it's just a stamp, I think it's called a tilde stamp. And it's a brother and sister, because I'm journaling about my 2 youngest ones. And then this is a piece of scrap paper, and I'm thinking that I'm going to use it to make a little tuck spot there on the top, a top tuck. And I went with the pink side because I felt like it brought out the pink in the linen. And then I'm just looking through some scraps of lace that I have, and also some fabric. So if you want to add different things, obviously you can do that. So I've got my magazine clipping, I've got my personal ephemera, I've got a stamped image, and I've got a piece of lace. So now I'm looking through my little container of die cuts and just picking out a few that I think I may want to use. And then that little ticket there, I think it says cutie on it. And then that little on the left hand side, above the adorbs, that is just a piece from Little Bendy's Blue Vintage Ephemera Kit. So I'm going to go ahead and put this vintage scrap fabric that I have here, which is, I really, really love it, on the top, and then I stuck a piece of lace on top of the fabric, so I kind of layered that up for my top tug spot. And I'm just going to glue that other magazine image right on top there. So yeah, so I'm really hoping that I can get these challenges out once a week, and maybe you guys would like to follow along. If you do, please let me know, and let me know if you enjoy it. And I'm going to go ahead and put that little die cut piece there as well, and it's like I said, it's from Little Bendy. And I'm just going to use that to journal about the fact that my daughter always writes these little scribbles on pieces of paper, and it's just cute. And it just kind of brings me back as well, because, you know, I do remember doing the same thing when I was little. So I've got this ledger paper, and I just wanted to make sure that it was gonna stay sturdy because I was putting a heavy piece on there. So I just throw some washi on the back side. And then I just trim it off and fold over that little piece. So then I'm going to go ahead and glue this top tuck here down. And I'm going to throw some, use my stapler, my little Tim Holtz tiny attacher, to throw a couple of staples on there as well. And then I had pulled that little die cut out, and I like it a lot. It doesn't really pertain to the story, but it's still cute, so I'm going to use it. And then I had this stamp set that is a Stampin' Up! Stamp set. And it has like a little, oh goodness, like a, you'll see it. I think it's like a quill, like an ink bottle and a quill and some papers. So I just use that as a stamp as well on that paper that I'm going to do my journaling on, about that little scribbly paper. And then I'm going to take this little Tilda brother and sister stamp and put it right there too. And it didn't stamp out as good as I want it to. I don't think I inked it up enough, but it was enough to do the job. And then I went ahead and I glued that die cut down and stuck a staple in that as well. So I pulled out some Project Life cards because I was thinking I could stick a Project Life card in there for some journaling, but I wanted more space. So I pulled out another scrap piece of paper and a vintage receipt paper. And I'm going to go ahead and just glue that on there, on that scrap paper, and then trim it down. And I don't know what exactly it is about that paper that I'm gluing it on, but it kind of reminds me of, it kind of gives me like a kitchen-y vibe, I guess. But it's from Basic Gray, and I really like it. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my quote stickers, my transparent quote stickers that I use all the time, and throw a quote on there. And then I decided it needed a little bit more interest, so I went ahead and stitched all the way around it. So I've got my 6 pieces. I've got my magazine clippings, I got a piece of personal ephemera, a stamped image, a piece of lace. I used some scrap paper and some die cuts. And I went ahead and did my journaling off camera, and I stuck another little sticker there on that linen that says homegrown. And these are some close-ups. So let me know what y'all think if you're interested in doing this with me. I hope that you guys have a blessed day, and I hope that you get inspired to use your journals, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.